Hey guys, what's up? Spenny here, bringing you another technical analysis on Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPCE. So I'll be going through the trading day today, some different trends I've been noticing over this past week, and what to expect moving forward if we continue on this trend. So to start with today, we had a very explosive opening in the morning. You guys can see here, when we opened up, here, let me change my pointer here. Okay, when we opened up, we immediately bounced off that 50-day moving average all the way up to a high of 62.80. This was an all-time high for the stock, and it quickly sold off. So what happened when it hit that high? It triggered massive sell orders to execute. When this happened, a large order of about 12 million was immediately filled, and this caused the stock to sell off, and I was watching this as it happened. So yeah, a lot of hedge funds, they had this preset where if it hit that price point, it would sell off. And from there on, it slowly downtrended throughout the day, bottoming out about 53.17. And then we hit that bottom, you can see actually on that wick. So this was actually bought up. So people were buying the dip here, which is a nice level of resistance, it's telling me. From there, we slowly were drifting up. And at the very end of the day, we're right around our moving average. So we're right around that blue line there. A good spot to be. Now, I want to show you guys the trend that's actually going on with the stock. This can probably relieve a little bit of anxiety so you understand these aren't just random moves the stock is doing. So the bottom white line that I drew here is the support levels. The top one is the resistance level. So going way back, now this support level actually starts way back over here. I just put it here. It's really the same thing. And then of course we have that resistance level at that peak, this peak, and that peak. So we've actually been trading in this range for the last week, and I want to show you how it actually trades when it gets around its trend line and around that moving average. So you can see back here on January 29th, we came down and touched that trend line, okay? When we touched the trend line, it bounced off it, went up, and then it bounced off the moving average to go from about 45 a share to $61 a share. That's what happens with those kind of explosive movements. And then, of course, what happened, we were way above our support levels. Our RSI, so our relative strength index, was overbought, and we sold off, which the stock, this was healthy. This was supposed to happen. We're building higher lows each time this happens. And then, so what happened over the next few days? Downtrended, and then you can see here, I'll zoom in for you, on about February 2nd and into after hours, we trended down to that support level again. And keep in mind, this support level is slowly rising each day. So you can see here, it's at about $49 right here. Back here though is at 47, back here 43, and then right now, so I just quickly show you guys, our support level is about 52.8, but at the beginning of the day, it was about 51. So this is moving each day. And so we want to see this trend continue the way it is. But anyways, moving back over here, during the after hours of this trading day, you can see that our stock price, our moving average, and our trend line all converged together. Now this was a pivotal point where the trend is either going to break downwards or up. This was very positive for the stock. It broke up. So it went from about that 49 to 57 in a matter of a few hours. Again, this is really positive. It's continuing on this trend. These aren't random movements. From there, we are now into another pivotal point over the next few days. So in the after hours of just last night, we were bouncing off that moving average. You can see we're bouncing just underneath it. It was almost a resistance for it. But then when it opened up above it. You can see exploded to 6280, then it sold off like I described earlier with the hedge funds selling off, people taking profits. Now we're at another pivotal point and something big is going to happen in the next few days. So you can see here that we are right around that moving average right here, plus this trend line is moving up. So right now our trend line is approaching $53. By the end of Friday and come Monday morning, this is going to be probably closer to $54, $55 even. So what's basically going to happen is a similar situation to what we saw previously, like back here where it explodes up. If we are going to continue this trend, it's going to explode up. So yeah, that is definitely one scenario that could happen either tomorrow or Monday as the stock price, the moving average, and the support line all converge together. We're going to see another explosion upwards. And I think we will break all-time highs if that happens. Another thing that I am keeping an eye on that could happen later next week is an ascending triangle. So if for some reason over, say, tomorrow and all the way until Thursday, we continue to trade between, $55 to $63, what's going to happen is that support level is eventually going to converge with that resistance level. So it's going to get tighter and tighter. You can notice back here, the gap was obviously wider, right? Over time, because we've been trading in this range, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Within about a week, these lines are going to get really tight together with our moving average, and it's going to form an ascending triangle. And I can't show you guys it yet because we're not there yet, and this might never actually happen. But if we for some reason continue to trade between $50 and $60, we're going to form an ascending triangle sometime later next week, where it's very likely we're going to see a massive push upwards if it continues the trend, or the trend will break and the stock will fall. Now, the reason why I think it's more probable that the stock will explode upwards is because, technical analysis is one thing, but there's a company behind that, and that's Virgin Galactic. Right now, Virgin Galactic has many catalysts upcoming, so it's kind of rare to see a trend all of a sudden break before some big positive catalyst. So I think this is a really nice bull run we're on, and it has a lot of room to run. So yeah, I'd be expecting us to trade somewhere between $63 and $75 next week if we continue on this trend. Then after that will depend on how the flight goes. If euphoria kicks in before the test flight, we could see a high of about $80 to $85 by next Friday. So yeah, guys, if this trend continues, later next week, we will likely be trading about $65 to $80, somewhere in that range. It's really going to have no choice if it wants to stick with this trend line. So yeah, I think this is probably the realistic situation that's going to happen. I see a lot of comments of people getting very anxious of what the stock is doing. The stock is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing right now. It's following this trend, okay? Nothing surprising here about the movements. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for this technical analysis. Make sure to drop a big thumbs up on this video if you liked it, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thanks for watching until then. See you guys in the next one.